Hey friends! So guys, for today's video, as you can see, I'm going to be sitting down and talking to you about products that I absolutely love that I never talk about on my channel. So firstly, before I get into the video, I just want to say that this video was actually completely inspired by emmafleminggg because I just thought it was actually a pretty good idea actually, and whenever I really sat down and thought about it, there actually is so many products that are like nearly ride or die products, or just really good awesome products that I use every day or every other day or every weekend, or just if I'm not filming, these are the products that I will gravitate towards and I will not use anything else. Yeah, I don't think I've ever told you how much I love this. So this is the Be Perfect Cosmetics Sub-Zero Highlight Palette, and this is in collaboration with Mitchell. I've had this for quite some time now and it is well loved. I love this palette. It has a lot of highlight shades. Obviously, as you can see, you can get away with using this palette no matter what your skin tone, because we have obviously like our darker highlight shades to our fair highlighting shades, and then these two shades here, they definitely wouldn't be my favourite, although I have dug into them quite a bit, I can see. But this one kind of has like a wee blue shift to it, and then this has kind of like a peachy pink shift to it. Yes, I have used this palette. Yes, I have used this palette in the past. Hold on, my video has exported. I'm in the middle of filming this and uploading a YouTube video for tonight, so excuse me, bear with me, because I'm also going out tonight as well, so I need to have all of this done by the time I leave. So of course I have used this quite a few times on my channel on my face, but I have to say the one way I use this is for my body. I rarely use this as face highlight. Now and again I will, depends on how I'm feeling, but I have so many other highlights that I just kind of feel like I do need to use them up. Whereas I find with this palette, I find it so handy and so beautiful for body highlight, and especially this shade here. This shade here is far too dark to use on my face, but see, whenever I'm tanned and I'm freshly tanned, this is the shade that I can get away with and using it on my body, and like you can see how much I've used on it, like my shoulders and like my chest and stuff. I don't necessarily highlight my body and stuff whenever I'm going out somewhere, unless it's like a night out or a special occasion or whatever, but more so whenever I'm filming so my skin looks nice on camera. The highlights are so good as well. The colours, the shades, the tones, they are not really glittery, but they're just perfect. They have like a nice sheeniness to them. They're gorgeous highlights, very blinding, but you can also make them quite subtle as well. Like, isn't that gorgeous? They're just beautiful. Such a gorgeous sheen to them. That was actually these two mixed, by the way. But yeah, they're gorgeous highlights. And then this one here is kind of like a topper, but to me, I think it's a wee bit too dark. I'm not too sure what it's like though, because I've never actually tried it on the skin, like on my face, but I might try it in the body, I might try it on my face at some stage. But yeah, overall, it's just a really good palette for highlighting the body and of course for your face. So just all around, such a great palette. Okay, so next up I have another wee palette here, and it's from Beauty Bay, and it's within their own brand, and it is their Nude Matte 9 Colour Eyeshadow Palette, and I love this palette so much. This is actually a repurchase, and I've also spoke about this palette numerous times before on my channel, but I feel like it's been quite some time since I've actually spoke about it on my channel. So as you can see, it is a palette of matte nude shades, and I feel like every single person needs one of these palettes in their life or in their collection. They are just so handy. It has every single shade you need to create the look I'm doing today. A simple smoky eye, soft glam, heavy smoky glam for a night out, whatever your go-to look is, or whether you want to spice it up, this is the perfect palette. Of course, this is an all matte palette, but you can get one of these palettes here, and it has shimmer shades in it as well, which is also really handy. We have like a nice wee bone colour here if you want to maybe highlight the inner corner, brow bone, or if you actually are somebody that sets your lid. We have a couple of transitional colours, and then depending on obviously your skin tone, you could obviously use this as a transitional colour as well. And then going around here, we have our darker tones of browns, and they're just amazing. And we have a black as well. Like, what more can you want? Seriously. But in terms of the quality of these palettes, they're also so good. So good, so pigmented, they blend amazing, they blend together amazing and on top of each other amazing. They are just all around such fantastic palettes. I know Colourpop has great palettes for like everyday wear and everyday use and everything, and colours and tones, but this is just one of these palettes that I gravitate towards. It was the Colourpop Grandeur palette for a while, but I just always seem to go back to this. I think it's because of like the tones. Like if I just show you up close, like I can kind of, depending on what look I'm doing, I can kind of gravitate towards what's transitional colour I'm wanting to go for, whether I'm wanting something a wee bit more dramatic or something a wee bit more soft, glam and subtle for daytime, or you know, if I'm wanting to like smoke it up or darken up a wee bit, or as I say, depending on your skin tone, you have this wee shade, and then you have like a rusty reddish brown, and then just like a nice dark cool tone brown, and then this is like an even darker brown, and then this is a black. And they're absolutely amazing, and they're super pigmented, and I can't actually say like anything more about them. They are absolutely amazing wee palettes, and they have so many of these. So this is obviously the 9 one. They have like 12-pan palettes, bigger ones. They're just so good, and they also have a couple of other colour stories as well. So if you're on the hunt for like an everyday neutral eyeshadow palette, look no further. Look no further. Of course, this is the matte one. You can get one where they have a couple of shimmer shades in it, but I do suggest going for the all matte one, if you prefer matte eyeshadows, that is. But yeah, they're perfect. So good. This is from Revolution, and this is the Revolution Soap Brows. Now, I use the Soap Brows, this one here. Hold on a wee second. This one, like the actual Soap Brows. This is like £12 or something, and I have to say, it is good. I do like it, but does this have any staying power to it? Does it? Fuck. So basically that is the Soap Brows product that I have here, and this is the Soap Brows product I have up at Kyle's. But I've actually started using this here and at his, so I'm like chucking it back and forward because I'm obsessed with how well it holds my eyebrow hair. So see, whenever I'm using the actual Soap Brows, the one I just showed you there, I always have to go in with the Anastasia brow gel to further put my eyebrows in place. But see, whenever I'm just using this, I don't need to use anything else, like literally anything else. It does come with like a wee brush that's kind of like a wee mini toothbrush, but not the fuck, it's crap. Just use like a wee spoolie, give it a wee spritz once, and just use the tiniest wee bit of product, and away you go. It is amazing. It's honestly like glue for your eyebrows. I don't know why I haven't really heard many more people talking about how good this product is. One thing I will say is, whenever you're using your spoolie and say you actually get far too much of the product on your spoolie, you can kind of be left with like wee soap boogers, I like to kind of call them. So basically it just takes less. Honestly, less is more with this product, and it's literally all you need, especially if you haven't got much eyebrow hair. I have a lot of eyebrow hair, so it doesn't really bother me that much, and my eyebrows kind of need it, you know. I really get it in there. Like I will go back and forth and then like comb them up, and I have no problems with any like residue or fleckiness or anything. It holds my eyebrows in place all day. This is so good. Next up we have a wee lipstick. Don't think I've actually spoke to you about this wee lipstick, but this is probably like I have quite a few go-to lipsticks. They're always like in my top drawer here. Like I have ones from NYX, MAC, Anastasia, Colourpop, P. Louise, Tarte, Mellow. So that's basically like my go-to everyday lipsticks, but for some reason I always seem to gravitate towards this one. I always have to actually get this out of my handbag because this goes with me everywhere, and it's from Maven Beauty, and it's in this shade SGS, so I'm guessing Sus, either Sus or Sus. It's not really a nude. I wouldn't say it's a nude in my opinion, but it definitely is like a rosy nude. Yes, okay, it could be considered as a nude, but there's more of like a rosy undertone to it, and it's more rosy. But see, whenever you have this on with a nude lip liner, oh, it's gorgeous. It is so beautiful. Very, very complimenting to my skin tone. Even whenever I'm tanned or not, I find that it's actually nicer on me whenever I do have a wee bit of tan because it is a wee bit lighter. Obviously I have no tan on at the minute and you can see it is quite dark and you can definitely see like the pinkiness and the rosiness coming through, but see, for everyday wear, it's so beautiful. So if you're somebody that doesn't necessarily like to use or wear nude lipsticks for like an everyday colour, this would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's a very similar BH Cosmetics product that I use in my lips now and again. It's called Thirsty and it is the Cashmere liquid lipsticks. It's kind of very, very similar in shade, but it is gorgeous. And it kind of does have like a wee bit of like a satin matte finish. It wouldn't be completely matte, but it would be like a wee bit of a satin. It definitely wouldn't be a glossy lipstick. I'm not really the biggest fan of glossy lipsticks, but I love like a nice satin matte lipstick. And it's just overall such a gorgeous, gorgeous lip colour, especially for everyday wear. So this is from I Heart Revolution and this is the chocolate lip scrub. I find that these probably are very, very similar to the Jeffree Star lip scrubs. I've never tried them, however, but I think these are very, very similar because as you can see, it's literally just like a big tub of lip scrub. And it also tastes nice as well. I have eaten it quite a few times by accident obviously, but this is so good. The other ones that I do have are more jelly, like there's more lip balm in with them, whereas this is just literal scrub. I've literally just spilt it all over me, but this is honestly so good for exfoliating your lips. It's amazing. I can't really explain much more about it, only the fact that it literally just does its job and that's that, but it just does such a good job of removing the dead skin from your lips. Okay, so next up we have a bronzer. I have talked about this before, although however I feel like I have not talked about this in quite some time. This is a wee bronzer from Poundland and it's the Makeup Gallery Good to Glow Matte Bronzer and it's in the shade Matte Light 1. Well, goddamn, this is the best bronzer I've ever used. At the minute, apart from the Morphe and Havana Greg bronzer, but overall, this is such a good bronzer. You would kind of think from Poundland that it would be a patchy, muddy, ashy, horrific mess, right? And the fact that it's a pound as well. But no, this is everything but. This is so good. So obviously this is the matte one. It does come in different shades and also comes in a couple of shimmers as well. You all know the deal with my bronzing situation. I loved cream bronze over powder bronze any day. Powder bronzer just scares me. It can go really, really muddy and patchy and just looking so quickly. And whenever I find a really good bronzer, I stick to it. Don't get me wrong, I do have a lot of bronzers, but they definitely all aren't my favourite and half of them aren't even my go-tos. But this wee bronzer here is just freaking amazing. It's the most perfect colour. It's just so gorgeous. Like, you can't even see it on my finger, so you can. But one thing I love about it is the fact that you can build it up. You know what I mean? It's pigmented, but it's not really that pigmented. You're able to work with it and build it up, but I love how buttery and creamy it is in terms of how it blends into the skin. It blends seamlessly, beautifully, it's gorgeous, it's not patchy, it's the perfect colour for me as well. I don't know how many times I've repurchased it, and as you can see, I've hit pan on this one as well. But overall, it is just probably one of the best wee bronzers I've actually tried. But this, honestly, for £1, guys. Obviously, if you're from the UK, you only have access to this because obviously it's Poundland. Unless you can get Makeup Gallery makeup somewhere else, maybe online or somewhere, I don't know, I do apologise. But yeah, if you're from here in Northern Ireland or the UK, going into Poundland, it's not going to break the bank. £1, peeps. Get this bronzer. And thank me later. Thank me later. Okay guys, so next up I want to talk about a couple of blushes. So basically what I'm going to say about each of these blushes kind of applies to the both of them. So I'm just going to kind of talk about the both of them basically. So I'm not sitting talking about this blush and why I love it and blah 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 and then have to repeat myself for this one. So this blush here, I actually used this in today's tutorial, which I don't know if will be up yet. It's from the Body Collection and it is in the shade Peach. This wee blush here is from Shop Miss A and it is the AOA Studio Perfect Blush and it's in the shade Dandy. So you can definitely see some similarities, can't you? I love my Peachy blushes. I love them. But see these blushes, see for the price of these blushes, they're both very, very, very affordable, by the way. I think this wee blush here from Shop Miss A was like 80 something p. These are freaking fantastic. These are so, so good. 110%. If I'm not filming, these are the two blushes that I will gravitate towards. They are amazing. In terms of the colour, the pigmentation, how they look in the skin, how they last in the skin. I'm using this one today. I used it in today's tutorial and they are just gorgeous. Just like the Poundland bronzer, as I was saying, it's pigmented but it's not too pigmented. That's what I love about blushers and bronzers. We all love a good pigmented product, but sometimes products can be a wee bit too pigmented. You're able to build them up and that's what I love. You have the freedom to be able to customise the blush and the intensity of it. Don't get me wrong, because I love them that much, I do go ham. And I do end up looking a wee bit psycho. But I'm not sorry because they're just so, so good. I'll try and like swatch them. Hopefully you'll be able to kind of have a wee bit of a fair idea on the shades. So I do think in terms of the swatch, the one from Shop Miss A is a wee bit darker than the Body Collection one. And they both have matte finishes as well, only I think the one from the Body Collection, it has a wee bit of like a satin finish to it, which is really, really nice. So it means that it just looks so, so good in the skin, blends beautifully, just like this other one as well. And just overall, they're fantastic wee blushes. And for the price, again, they're so good. This is what I mean by, I keep on mentioning like for the price. Like if these blushes were high end, would I love them as much? I probably would, yeah. But whenever you have or you get a really, really affordable product or a product that's just downright cheap and you don't really expect much, but it blows your mind. You know, that's whenever you really crack down hard on it and you're like, yes, I love it. You're hardcore for it because of it's like, oh my god, for the price point, why is it so good? Yes, love it. But yeah, perfect colour. They look good in the skin. They blend beautifully and they last all day on the skin as well. Don't get me wrong, they probably do fade the tiniest wee bit, but you can kind of still see that I have like a wee bit of blush going on. They're so good. So good. I have saved the best for last. Whenever I was planning this video, I knew that out of all these products here, this was the one product I had to have in this video because I have talked about this once before and it was in a full face first impressions, or it was a try new makeup video anyway, and tried it for the first time, loved it straight away. And I've been loving this ever since, and it's dawned on me that I've never actually spoke to you anymore about it. So just in case you didn't see that video, I'm going to tell you a bit more about it. So it's from the brand Dr. Jart, and this is the wee product that kind of went a wee bit viral through TikTok, and that's also why I bought it. And it is the Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. There's obviously this size, which is the larger size, and then you can get like a wee smaller one, it's cheaper. This is how it looks. You take a wee bit of it, and I mean a wee bit. It honestly doesn't look as if I've used that much of it, but that honestly just shows you that it's worth the money. You do not need a lot of it. A little does go a long way. And also, I will use this on days where I'm not using makeup now. I know in that video I had used it as a prep for my makeup, or not necessarily a prep, but I used it before I went in with foundation, and yeah, there's just no need for that. I will only use this on days where I'm not going in with any makeup. This will be my makeup. So you take a wee bit, you start to blend it in, and there's obviously like wee balls or like wee things in it of like wee pigment balls, let's just say. So as you start to blend it in, like as you can see, I have it here. Isn't that crazy? It basically starts to change colour. As you can see, it doesn't look as if I have anything on my hand at all. So basically what this does is it just corrects everything. It looks as if you haven't got any makeup on, but you have the most perfect skin. Your skin still looks like skin, it looks glossy, it looks fresh, it looks evened, it just looks amazing. It literally just turns into your skin. It's the most head-frying freaking thing to explain, but it is probably one of the nicest products ever. Whenever I wear it, it doesn't look as if I'm wearing any makeup at all, but my skin just looks flawless. And it's just so nice and natural and fresh. Your skin just looks like model skin. You can obviously still see like your texture, you know, like your wee lumps and bumps and stuff, but the way I do apply this is I can use it with my fingers, but I like to use this with my beauty sponge, like a beauty blender, and it blends in amazing. I'm not too sure if you can see in my skin, but like, you can't really see much of a difference. Only I think here, you know, like my skin just looks more smoothed, blurred, overall perfected. I really need to do a tutorial with this so you can see what I mean, but I do have a video with me trying this for the first time. Do you know what, I will link it down below, you can go and have a wee watch. But other than that, guys, that's it. I'm going to go really quickly because my battery is flashing at me. It's going to die any minute. But thank you guys so much for watching. These are all my products that I love and use constantly that I never talk to you about or tell you about. I will have all of them linked and listed down below in the description box along with my Instagram, so feel free to go and follow me on there. Other than that, again, thank you all so much for watching. I shall see you in my next video.